Hi everyone, Angela Fox here. Another lesson learned from my 15 years in real estate. And this one might be a little hard for me to talk about because it's pretty emotional. So today's topic is the burnout is real. Burnout means kind of when your chronic workplace stress is not successfully managed. So some of you have heard my whole full story, and my story is still unfolding very beautifully, I would add. But in 2013, I had some major burnout hit. Those of you that know, I had a 7-day maternity leave with my first child and a 10-day maternity leave with my second child. I just went head on in this industry and hit a point of burnout. So, I wanted to share with you some symptoms because I think if I would have known what was going on and what was to come, maybe I could have avoided some of it. Maybe not. Maybe I just would have kept charging forward. But there's kind of these different phases I've learned of burnout, and there's all kinds of symptoms. They call the first phase the honeymoon phase, when you have a new task or a new career, and you just have high job satisfaction and high commitment level and high energy to what you're doing and high creativity and everything's going great. And then you kind of get this onset of stress, which is the second phase, and symptoms come in. So there's exhaustion, physical, emotional, mental exhaustion, anxiety, forgetfulness, sleep quality going down. I mean, there's so many different symptoms. These are ones that I, kind of had. You start neglecting your personal needs, changes in your diet, you grind your teeth, you get headaches. I mean, I was having 3 or 4 debilitating migraines every week. Every month. And you just kind of get demotivated. And then you go into this third phase, if you think that's bad enough. And this is like where the chronic stress hits, and it's, you have a lack of hobbies, and you start having physical illness, and, you just chronic exhaustion, and maybe higher levels of caffeine intake or alcohol intake, and then this leads to the true burnout. And I went through a health scare. I'm coming on 4 years out of this. A lot of people don't know this story, but about 2 years ago, I went to my naturopath and I said, something's not right. I had one issue after another, from high levels of bacteria, which could have been deadly in my body, to no good bacteria to fight off infections, hormone panel totally reversed, adrenal glands hanging by a thread, AC1 levels super high. I mean, things were bad. Chronic fatigue, chronic pain, 2 years of chronic pain where I was in pain every step of every day, and I just kept pushing through. And so I finally drew my line in the sand and spent the next 2 years on a regimen with my naturopath, taking all kinds of natural supplements and getting everything back in order, and getting my body able to operate and not be ill anymore. From the outside, you might not have been able to tell, but I was super sick on the inside. So, the things that I had to kind of pull me out of it, my tips and strategies for you, and I hope if I can just help one person, it would be great. But just finding hobbies and passions, both physically, mentally, and emotionally. I got into competitive tennis, and that was great, but I also got into meditation and quiet space and reading and writing, so I could find that calm. I also allowed myself to actually feel, not just be on cruise control all the time, and actually feel my emotions and feel my energy, quieting my mind. A big thing that really helped me was giving and serving others. That was a very great place of calm, which I've continued to love. I had to set boundaries with my family, with myself, with my work, with my environment. And I think most importantly, I had to give myself permission to kind of heal from my overachiever attitude that I've always had. So thanks for listening to me. I hope this helped, and another lesson learned.